think we gave him 2 different payments before, like, I think maybe one episode was out.
You gave me $500 off. We already covered this, and it's in the link below.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's because, like, there was a chance that Baited might fall through at the time.
Bingo. And that's covered in the link below in this particular cast.
Answer the question. Stop interrupting. Come on.
And, like, there was a chance that we weren't going to do Baited, and Tommy wasn't part of the show, and, like, he was in a kind of, like, difficult situation, and he didn't manipulate me to do it. I just saw his situation for what it was, and I was like, yo, look, let's help this guy out a bit.
Because he's so fucking poor.
I'm not poor. Doing quite well. I got a nice computer. Boots up faster than yours.
Nice computer. I spent all my baited money on a computer.
That's not exactly true. I spent a good portion of it. Yeah, I would say. Well, actually, I didn't make that much. So yeah, actually, it is kind of true in a way. It's PS4 and thing because I didn't make that much on Baited, contrary to fucking everybody's belief.
By the way, Tommy's wife makes pretty fucking good money.
It always did, well before you know.
Living off his wife.
That's right, yeah, he's living off his wife.
I living off my wife. You know who supported my family? My wife while I was unemployed. I got $1,000 between the two of you, and only $200
to feed his family.
By the way, Tommy's wife makes pretty fucking good money.
It always did, well before you know.
Living off his wife.
That's right, yeah, he's living off his wife.
I living off my wife.
Like, I gave this dude $500 before the podcast even started because he had no money.
And he was on his stream saying he supported my family. That's not enough money.
You made certain claims like Keemstar's helping me out, he's doing this, and you did reference your family in it. So I think it's understandable for him to interpret it.
But no, he did help. No.
But if you misled him into believing that, then why is that a lie?
I have a problem with the definition of support. He never paid a fucking bill.
I'm
this
sorry,
is the definition problem.
You did reference your family many times when you thanked Keemstar on the podcast and on Twitter and wherever, on your live stream, on Shot from the Point.
He used the word support. I have an issue with the word support.
And there was a delay on the podcast college payment for me. At that time, it was in the mix of all the drama, and I needed to take a break from the internet. So he was depending on Baited to get paid, which was ridiculous because it wasn't a paid job, but he thought it was. So I just gave him $500 just for the sake of, like, him not being able to pay for bills, and that was never the case. You will never find a video of saying that I needed this or I couldn't pay bills. And Keem knows that.
He was in a kind of, like, difficult situation, and he didn't manipulate me to do it. I just saw his situation for what it was, and I was like, yo, look, let's help this guy out a bit.
My wife is an accountant. I've never cried more poor mouth once. She's an accountant. I don't know if he knows that or not, but I wouldn't have been able to afford this place with the total money that I've made from Baited. If you count the $500 that he gave me over a 2-month period, right, which Colossal asked him to give me. It wasn't from the goodness of his heart. Colossal asked him.
He was in a kind of, like, difficult situation, and he didn't manipulate me to do it. I just saw his situation for what it was, and I was like, yo, look, let's help this guy out a bit.
Spent a good portion of it. Yeah, I would say, well, actually, I didn't make that much. So yeah, actually, it is kind of true in a way. It's PS4 and thing because I didn't make that much on Baited.
I shouted him out. We shouted him out on Baited. Baited blew up. He grew all these subs. Like, I did a lot for this guy, and even though in the very beginning I was doing all this stuff for him, bought him $500 mic, gave him money, 2 times I gave him money. It wasn't just the $500. Another time I just gave him money because
that was the second time. What happened was he gave it to me in April and May. I can show those transcripts. They were $500, and the reason he gave me the second one, right, was to show the reason he gave me the second one, and like I said, this is Clown, working him over, is because that we couldn't do Baited. We were afraid to start Baited like in May because of the hate squad he was getting. This was not out of the goodness of the heart.
The whole Leafy and Gray thing was going on.
And you could also
he wasn't looking too good.
Yeah, you also see the beginnings of the forming of the Baited podcast being the narrative for Keemstar.
He couldn't pay his bills at that time. This is at the very beginning of the podcast. After I was doing all this stuff for him, he asked me for a shout out on Drama Alert. And right then and there, I was like, holy shit, this is one ungrateful motherfucker.
And when I realized he was trying to piss me off, that's when I got suspicious. Clown talking. He was trying to fire you. He really wanted to fire you, but I just didn't give him enough ammo. Not at least in front of Clown, because I got this ass reaming in front of Clown. right? Well, then, lo and behold, a few weeks later, we got the 33% thing. You know, initially I took Keemstar. I was like, look, I'll keep my 20%. I think he's absolutely wrong. It turns out it was just a passing conversation. Clown was not demanding to have the Clown was certainly not demanding to hold up the podcast for extra money, and it wouldn't have been extra money for him. It would actually have been extra money for me.
And then you went out of your way to try to get equal shares to help Tommy out as much as possible, right?
I mean, no, I wanted equal shares primarily because it was just going to be fair and easier to do that.
Clown, did I ever ask you for equal shares? Clown, did I ever ask you for equal shares?
Because I wanted equal shares that way because I thought it was going to be fair, and also because I thought it would make an interesting discussion for the podcast. A little bit.
DMs.
I wanted it to be all equal because it was just easier.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. I never asked for all equal, Clown, and I'm gonna fucking humiliate Keem. I am going to humiliate you right
now. But he didn't manipulate me into that. He was in a kind of like difficult situation, and he didn't manipulate me to do it. I just saw his situation for what it was, and I was like, look, let's help this guy out a bit.
Said a good portion of it. Yeah, I would say. Well, actually, I didn't make that much. So yeah, actually, it is kind of true in a way. It's PS4 and thing because I didn't make that much on Baited.
By the way, Tommy's wife makes pretty fucking good money.
It always did, well before you. You know,
living off his wife.
That's right. Yeah, he's living off his wife.
I living off my wife.
And there was also an element. There was also an element with Keem a bit by bringing it up. And then it escalated.
Real quick. Of course. Why are you saying this bullshit right now?
You want your reputation as judgment for others to be intact, and I gotta be honest with you, I do think it's been damaged.
It's not.
Clown was manipulated by you to help you.
You're such an idiot, Clown. How easy you're manipulated. Clown, this is just a criticism of your character in the nicest way possible. You are extremely naive. I think it has something to do with you being a person of good character, looking the best, and going to that boarding school. This guy is a street guy, and he read you, as Dave said, is somebody to steal on, and I think he got you beat. I think he got you.
Is it naivety? Keemstar told me the same thing about you.
What's that?
And he said, you were using me. So who am I to believe here?
I wanted money. I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to run with the big thing. So when I saw things that were concerning to me, I turned my little Jersey street sense off, and I thought of money. That's the truth. There's no way around it. And I think in your sense, Clown, you're turning it off to almost protect your judgment of other people. You want your reputation as judgment for others to be intact. And I gotta be honest with you, I do think it's been damaged. So, for the last couple days, we've basically told Keemstar, the next episode comes out or we walk. And I fucking cucked him good. I told him why I left Baited.
And obviously, I've talked about the reasons why I left Baited with you and started Catch 33. Like, this has all been discussed. Like, there were perfectly legitimate reasons, I feel, for doing that.
Yeah, I'm making a reference.
Nothing's changed in that respect.
Yeah.
Only what I've learned from all the shit that went down when we left the podcast.
Yeah. All I would say is remember the reasons you left. I mean, I remember having conversations with you.
Oh, trust me.
I can't leave if he's going to continue to censor me. Without a fucking doubt, I will walk from this podcast. We left because we made demands.
Get rid of you.
Yeah, he tried to get rid of me. Clown didn't tell me. He stood up to him, and I stood up for Clown. I took Keemstar. I was like, look, I'll keep my 20%. I think he's absolutely wrong. For a lot of you guys saying that I wasn't loyal to Keemstar, you're falling into his trap.
Bullshit.
We've basically told Keemstar, the next episode comes out or we walk, and I fucking cucked him good. You're falling into his trap. He doesn't want to do the podcast anymore. He just doesn't want to do it, and he couldn't walk away from it.
Cunt describes Keemstar to me. An entertaining cunt. But an evil cunt.
That will do absolutely. I mean, the guy went on and cried. Look, The guy went on and cried. I got 30,000 subs. The guy went on and cried on his podcast, told lies that he supported my family directly.
The thing is, with the supporting the family thing,
that does damage. That does damage to my bottom line.
You made certain claims like Keemstar's helping me out, he's doing this, and you did reference your family in it. So I think it's understandable for him to interpret it that way.
But no. What I did, yes, I can see why I've been taken that way, but what I did, and this is the part where I turned myself off. No, you're 100% correct. This is the part where I turned myself off. What I did is I saw him taking heat. I saw him getting undue hate, the same shit that I'm getting right now. And I said to him, I said, look, why would he help a veteran if he's a bad guy? Why would he, look, he signed this paper for me, and then I was able to get my apartment. I wanted to build, and show my gratitude. The next episode comes out, or we walk, and I fucking cucked him good. I wanted to show that I was grateful and that he helped me. Without a fucking doubt, I will walk from this podcast. And that whole time, I'm hearing him talk offline, and I'm turning it off. I'm telling you, what I'm telling you, clown, is I turned this off because I wanted to be a YouTube star much worse than I wanted to be a person of moral standing.
But then how can you get mad at him for using it against you later, though, Tommy? I mean, if you did that and he used it against you later, how can you be mad at him?
Yes, I did. But it doesn't. Here's the thing. It makes me a piece of shit. There's no doubt. But it doesn't make him a good fucking person either.
No, he's a bad person.
But it doesn't make him a liar either, Tommy.
No. Let's do I have a problem with it. No. He did help. No.
But if you misled him into believing that, then why is that a lie?
I have a problem with the definition of support. He never paid a fucking bill.
I'm sorry,
is the definition problem.
You did reference your family many times when you thanked Keemstar on the podcast and on Twitter and wherever, on your live stream, on Shot from the Point.
He used the word support. I have an issue with the word support.
Oh, it's a word, Tommy. I mean,
yes, and I do support, but see, support help is like here's some bucks, right? Support is I can't live without Keemstar. And that was never the case. You know who supported my family? My wife while I was unemployed. And I think that's really unfair to her.
By the way, Tommy's wife makes pretty fucking good money.
It always did, well before you know.
Living off his wife.
That's right, yeah, he's living off his wife.
I live off my wife.
You say, oh, you lied to yourself, but didn't you kind of lie to your audience as well and to other people?
I lied to myself that he was a good person, but I didn't knowingly say, all right, he's a horrible human being, and here's this tweet supporting him. I never did that. That would be lying. I convinced myself that this was the truth. And looking back, it is not fucking the truth. That's what I did. And I did it for fucking money.
By the way, Tommy's wife makes pretty fucking good money.
It always did, well before you know.
Living off his wife.
That's right, yeah, he's living off his wife.
I do think that a lot of Twitter users, like Keemstar, though not exclusive to Keemstar, who have this big following, they're able to put something out there with very little context and very little background and have it almost automatically bought. And I kind of feel that this is exactly what happened with the 33.3% thing. Hopefully we don't go into it too much.
Keems had it right from the very fucking beginning. Fans are stupid. The one thing you'll ever hear me agree with Keemstar with 110%. Fans are dumb as shit. They will listen to anything and facts don't matter.
Hey, this is Drummer828. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps the video survive on YouTube. Also, subscribe to keep up with the channel, and turn on the notification bell to instantly find out about new videos. I make music, motovlogs, comedy, live streams, and anything else I feel like doing. I want to give a special thank you to Reamce, Breakdanceexpress, and EarJuice for their continued support of this channel every month through Patreon. Thank you so much. Their support keeps this channel going.